Hey guys, you're watching Phone Arena's in-depth video review of the Apple iPhone 4. It's summer and it's the time of the year when Apple comes out with their product, and this one here being the iPhone 4. We've seen it plenty times in leaks before, and it surprisingly has a refreshed look, the biggest overhaul yet to date compared to the original 3G and 3GS. A lot of neat features too that accompany it, and we're going to take a look and see what it has to offer. And when you first check out the iPhone 4, you're going to be relatively surprised by its new looks. It's totally been somewhat redesigned compared to the previous iPhone 3GS, which had a similar one to the iPhone 3G. So it's the biggest overhaul in design since the original iPhone. So the thing we like about it is it's extremely thin. It comes in at 0.37 inches thick, so it's a lot thinner than the iPhone 3GS. At the same time, we do like the choice of materials that they use to make this handset. It has a really quality feel, premium in fact. You have this glass-like material on the front with an olefophobic coating, and the back too, same exact thing. It's very reflective, and it'll also track a lot of fingerprints. But thankfully, the olefophobic coating does help in repelling that. It also has a stainless steel brush band around the handset, which acts to be in the antenna as well to get you better service or connection, as Apple touted. And we're overly pleased with the nostalgic look of the handset. It feels good and has a really good weight to it, and construction, as always, feels fantastic with the device. Easily one of the best features that we love about the iPhone 4 definitely has to be its Retina display, as Apple likes to call it. Now, in fact, it's actually an LED backlit IPS display and has a resolution of 960 by 640 with support for 16 million colors. So essentially what that does is it provides a lot of pixels per square inch. It also retains the same 3.5-inch display seen on other iPhones. And the reason that it's so highly regarded is because you could see text that are quite legible and very easy to read. When you compare something like the iPhone 3GS with lower resolution screen, you could clearly make out that the text on the iPhone 4 is a lot more superior than it is on the 3GS. Same thing when you load up a website. You can see our website from a zoomed out view. You could definitely read out the small fine print on the iPhone 4. At the same time, it also has pretty good viewing angles, so even in direct sunlight it handles well. And we also like the fact that it has that olefophobic coating to make it look pristine every time you take it out of our pockets. Just like some of the high-end smartphones we've been checking out of late, the iPhone 4 also packs a front-facing VGA camera. Below the touchscreen, you have the usual home button, which is surprisingly a lot more springy than the previous one, the 3GS. The same thing applies to all the other buttons, the dedicated ones. The volume rocker are now separated, two separate buttons. You have also the vibrate switch on the top. You have the 3.5mm headset jack. That small hole is for the noise cancellation microphone. Dedicated power button. And on the right side, you just have the micro SIM card slot. At the bottom, you have the speaker and also proprietary USB charging port. And on the back, the only thing you'll see is just the 5-megapixel autofocus camera with flash. The experience of iOS 4 on the iPhone 4 is the same thing that we already saw with the iPhone 3GS. Now, it's assumed that the handset comes with a 1 GHz Apple A4 processor, and it's marginally better in regards to movement and also intuitiveness. It's quite responsive, and there's barely any lag that we notice when navigating throughout the home screen. On top of that, with iOS 4, as you can see, there's a new, you can choose your background picture for your wallpaper. On top of that, there's also some multitasking elements enabled right now. And not all applications fully utilize it to its potential, but right now it just seems like more like a task or a quick menu bar to get you to different applications. As a whole, we do like the interface. The iOS 4 is just a refreshing new one compared to the original, and we're just happy to see that it still is quite peppy. There's no evidence of any lag, and it's a very easy platform to get adjusted to. Even to this day, the iPhone 4's on-screen QWERTY keyboard is probably the better ones out there for any touchscreen-enabled device. Now, with iOS 4, it does offer underline misspelled words for you, but we do find that the experience of typing on the QWERTY to be quite responsive and accurate. We like the fact that the predictive text option definitely helps as well. To tell you the truth, there's nothing really too different with the web browsing experience on the iPhone 4. It's the same exact thing we saw on the iPhone 3GS and even the original iPhone. Pages load up really quick. It's also multi-touch enabled, so you can pinch